We are back. Welcome back to the Four Against podcast here on Nick Hall Comedy. I'm Nick Hall, joined as always by
Josh Griffey.
Hey, if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating and review. I'll spit that out.
Leave us a rave.
If you're listening, if you're watching on YouTube, jam that like button. Throw some comments in there. If you have a For or Against category, question that you want us to debate, leave it in the comments. We're happy to do it. In fact, today we're doing all user submitted.
So many good ones.
And you know what?
Week.
We might just do it from now on because that fucking cuts a lot of our work time out that we don't really do anyway.
Our minimal amount of prep is
the
just
real minimal prep. Yeah, the minimal prep work that we do.
I don't have to check trending Twitter while I poop anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm still gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I want to be abreast of the
Look
situation.
at that. What are we? 30 seconds in, poop already brought
Boom.
up. Poop. Hey,
I want to know what flies are landing on what politicians.
Yeah.
The hellfire's coming, people.
LeBron got his fourth title. I'm against that. Just golden against.
It is so strange because I have been a Lakers fan since Shaq Kobe Lakers, right? Like that's when as a young man, I was a Shaq fan, right? When Shaq settled with the Lakers, I'm like, this is it. I'm a Lakers fan.
That's it. Yeah. Fucking fair weather bastard.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm here to openly admit it. It is the weirdest thing, and I don't know if anyone else has had this, but LeBron, I think he's a great human being.
Yeah.
Seems like a good dad. Seems like he's trying to make the world a better place using his power for good. That's great.
Yeah. He seems like a good guy.
Yeah, he's like an all-time best player. Like if you're still debating if he's not like
one
or two.
I only dislike him as a basketball player.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing personal against him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a top two. Like, if you want to get wild, he's a guaranteed top 5 best player, right?
Yeah.
For sure. It's not even a debate.
Agreed.
But watching him on the court fills me with hatred and rage.
Yeah. I'll tell you what
so watching him come to my team, and I found myself rooting for the Heat. Yeah. Even though I'm a Lakers fan. Yeah. I was like, maybe I'm not a Lakers fan. Maybe it's snapped. I'm out.
I'll tell you what I'm golden against. Like golden against. Is LeBron getting the MVP of that series. And
he was definitely the MVP
in no way was he the MVP of that series.
He was the best player.
Jimmy Butler was the best player, was the MVP of that series. Jimmy Butler and Duncan Robinson took the Lakers to 6 games.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, essentially,
it
was Jimmy and Duncan Robinson for the bulk of that series being like...
Tyler Hero was
Hero didn't show up for that series.
He was worn out once they let the Instagram models in.
He scored like 30 points one game in the series before that, and they're like, oh my God, he's here.
He snarled.
And then he sucked. Like, then he was Tyler Hero the rest of the time.
Yeah.
And like...
Tyler Zero.
Yeah, like, it was,
No, but...
Fucking, what's his name?
Sure.
Like, a Plumlee got minutes, I think. Somewhere in there.
But, I mean, other than...
It
LeBron
wasn't even close.
And Davis, the Lakers have.
And I don't even like Jimmy Butler, but he was by far the MVP
I love
of that
Jimmy
series.
Butler. He is the exact kind of guy I love to root for.
Yeah.
I love Jimmy Butler.
He's a fake tough guy. That's why I don't like him.
I think he's
he
probably
like walks around
actually tough.
He's not. He walks around, tries to act like he's hard all the time.
Well, sure, but I'm saying if we're talking about like Roadhouse rules, right? Like, who am I hiring to be a closer in my bar? The Iceman. No basketball player makes that list except for like maybe Shaq.
Charles Oakley.
Okay, too.
Back in the day,
right? Anthony Mason. So there are a couple, but they're all from the '90s, right? Like, there's no one in the NBA today. I'm like, they would probably be a top level winning a fist fight.
Oh God, no.
In the universe, right? Like that was the thing when that Colby Covington douche, the guy from the UFC who's super MAGA man, got his mouth shattered, had his jaw wired shut, but then he won his next fight.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Against an old washed up Woodley. He came out and was like, I would whoop LeBron's ass, and he's like a piece of shit because he hates the liberal agenda of LeBron. And so people online were legitimately debating, could this 170-pound UFC fighter beat up LeBron James?
100%.
Well, yeah, because everyone's like, no way, LeBron's huge. I was like, guys.
But I don't take that as a knock on LeBron, though, because...
No.
I think just about any MMA fighter could beat any NBA player.
Yeah.
Not just LeBron.
Yeah.
In a fight.
Well, also, I was like, you guys are talking about
they're trained
fist
fighters.
Fights. Yeah.
Like
they know how to snap your joints and choke you out. Like, Colby Covington would murder LeBron James in a fight. Like, let's not play coy. Because I've seen LeBron carried off the court by 4 teammates for having a cramp.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that's the thing I hate
He's
about
such a
LeBron.
bitch, man.
That Lakers team
God, he's such a bitch.
is the most hateable team I've ever seen
100%.
that won.
Yeah.
I like Rondo even, but
I'm
not
a big
Howard.
Rondo fan.
I hate Dwight Howard's nonsense.
Yeah.
He still complains and bitches like he's the man.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis went down with 5 fake ankle injuries.
I love that Anthony Davis was crying after they won. Like, I did it. Like,
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen when you formed a super team?
Yeah.
Like, that was...
Yeah.
You didn't win anything.
But that's what...
You
LeBron
took
was
an
the best player on the
You took
best
an all-star team and beat, like, essentially a fucking pickup team from Miami. Like, and
Yeah.
it took you 6 games to do.
Yeah.
You didn't win anything.
I mean, Miami
That's
was
not
just
an
doing
accomplishment.
Giannis, land here. Which he might. But so let me ask you this. Will you count this when the debates begin, right? LeBron versus Jordan is the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
LeBron's doing it older. He's doing it longer. He's had more minutes, all this kind of shit, right? Does this title weigh the same as a normal title to you without having to be on the road, enemy fans? Or is it like they're all dealing with the same shit?
They're
so
all
it's the
dealing.
same?
It's a level playing field as far as that's concerned.
So
like,
you will count this
I'll
as
tell
a
you
normal...
what really irks me the most about all of this.
LeBron saying that he
No.
needs more respect?
It's Frank Vogel got a fucking ring. and I got to tell you. And
Once he watched the stank of the Pacers off?
I'm a Pacers fan. And I'm here to tell you Frank Vogel is not a good coach. He is an awful coach. He's an awful coach.
Well,
he does not deserve to have a ring. Like
No.
I watched that dude in Indiana because I watch almost every Pacers game, and that guy, like, to save his life, could not draw up an inbound play. Like, we lost so many fucking close games because he couldn't figure out how to get people open for an inbound pass. Like, he couldn't schematically get somebody open.
Right.
He's an awful coach.
But
and
he was
not. He's not the coach of the Lakers.
LeBron's biggest.
He's a patsy, like,
Right.
so LeBron can run that team.
LeBron's biggest argument for him being the GOAT, besides longevity.
He's the guy they had to pay the least to just listen to LeBron.
He's
yell
the
at
GM
him.
and the coach. He's a floor general.
Yeah.
Like, that has to be weighed in. But it's weird. I felt bad watching my Lakers. Well, maybe not I might be out now.
Yeah.
I might be out now. But
Vogel's
watching
an
my
awful
Lakers
coach.
win.
Like that
It's a sad day.
fucking douchebag. All right, let's get into it. All right. So the first 4 against here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're doing all user submitted today. So this one comes from El Jefe Blanco.
Okay.
El Jefe Blanco.
The white boss.
For or against Christmas caroling?
I feel like we're going to be in agreement on this, but I can't think of anything that would inspire hatred in my heart faster than hearing people singing outside of my window.
Yeah.
Is this still a thing that happens?
I don't know. I will say this before I did it one time.
You carol.
Yeah, well, I was like, I don't know. I was like 7, 8, 9 years old, somewhere in there, right?
Oh, I got taken once. As
But
a
my
kid,
grandma
too.
was like all about it. She's like, let's go ring on doorbells and sing. And I remember like, and I don't know, I was like 8, 7, 8, 9. I remember afterwards thinking like, if I never have to do that again in my life, like that's it. I fulfilled all my dreams because that was the worst fucking thing. Like I can't imagine opening my door, and I would just shut the door in their face if I opened the door, and there was just a group of fucking Melvins and some Christmas sweaters. Joy to the world. And I'd be like, fuck you. Yeah. See ya. Not a chance. Yeah.
The audacity.
Yeah.
Of these, because I'm assuming this is like a 95% rich white lady activity.
100%.
To be like, this will be cool. We can put it on the gram.
Yeah.
It'll show me and my kids bonding.
Yeah.
It's another, hey, I'm going to come fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
To make myself the spotlight. I'm imagining most of these people aren't top flight talents.
Not at all.
Or else they'd,
not at all
making money doing music elsewhere.
Correct.
Just the thought in general. I have kids, so like my doorbell gets rang unplanned regularly.
Oh yeah.
And I hate it every single fucking time.
Yeah.
Now if I had to sit there and then in the freezing cold when I'm in my underwear and t-shirt just be like, all right, finish your fucking 3-minute jam.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll come stand outside in the frigid cold.
Yeah.
So that you can do your performance. I'm trying to think. Let's play devil's advocate. What is a pro Christmas caroling?
How to be for it?
Yeah, like what is something?
Oh,
that
a
would
pro
be good?
of that.
Because I think we're both pretty obviously against. Like,
I guess for people that like just can't, dig up any real meaning in their life, it gives them some kind of value. It was like, I'm gonna go get fulfilled by singing to strangers. First, let me put it this way. So I was laying on my couch the other day, and my doorbell rang.
Yeah.
And I didn't answer it. I just didn't get up. Like, don't ring unless I order like fucking Grubhub or something. I'm not coming to the door.
Not.
And the guy, I don't know who it was, but whoever it was had the audacity to fucking ring it again like 2 minutes later, as if like I was stuck. Like, oh, I didn't hear it the first time. No, I heard it.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna. I got a dog that barks and shit.
Right.
And I'm yelling at the dog like, Rhonda, stop barking. So he knows somebody's home. And he still was like, I'm going to ring it again, see if I can get this fat, lazy fuck off. And he didn't.
Yeah.
But I almost like opened the door and be like, scram, pal. I clearly didn't want you. But I didn't do that. I wanted to.
It crossed my mind. You, pal. Yeah. No, I'm already up. I broke a sweat. Yeah. It's time to throw.
But like in that scenario, like if I would have, the second time if I would have gotten up and I opened it and it was just some dickhead in a sweater singing to me, I would have been furious.
Oh, yeah. Well, the singing part is extra insulting.
Yeah.
Because it's like, one, don't assume, like, what if I don't like that holiday? What if I'm, other holidays or... This is, because I had the same thing as you. My front door has that window on it, which I still haven't bought a blind for, which is my fault. So I'll be laying on the couch all splayed out. They see me in my boxers with, like, my tummy snack. And I'm just like, don't. Well, one day this guy was ringing the doorbell. I didn't answer. I didn't move. I'm like, I'm binging a show. Fine.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Did it 4 times. I was like, this fucking asshole.
You
My bear's going nuts. I lean up. I try to do like a sit-up to lean up. And he's looking at me, and he knocks on the window and waves.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, what's up, man? And I just did the, go away. And he's like, no, like, what's up? And he fucking rang, ding, 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 ding. My dog is going nuts. So I like, hoist my fat ass off the couch, right? Or hoist. And I walk to the front door, I open it up, and he's like, what's up, dude? This guy legitimately standing on a Segway or one of those hoverboards.
What?
Yeah, not a Segway, a hoverboard. So he's like rocking back and forth. He's like, what's up? And I'm like, what is up? What are you doing on my porch? He's like, hey, man, I saw you have gutters on your house. I'm like, yeah, it's a house.
Yeah.
I'm like furious. He's like, be a shame if those got all clogged up and broken, huh?
Oh, man.
And I was just like,
oh, man.
So I'm sitting there, and he's literally like, it's almost like a Borat sketch. He's like going back and forth, trying to keep his balance. He has a little iPad and a stylus.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, did you just ring my doorbell 25 times and stare at me so you could come try to sell me gutter stuff? He's like, I'm here to protect your home, man. And I just went, dude, get the fuck out of here. He's like, whoa, what's your problem? And I was like, get the fuck out of here. My dog's trying to escape. I'm fighting him back. I slam the door, right? I come back in. He knocks on the window, and he goes, have a nice day, you piece of shit. And I was like, what?
No, he did.
He fucking did. Because I think he knew. He, like, sized me up, and he's like, can my hoverboard go faster than this guy chasing me?
Day, you piece of shit. I'm for that.
Well, now that we're talking about it, I'm like, that's good. Like, if you're going to... Because I was like, who's... But it like sent me in this spiral because I was so mad. Because I'm actually much faster in a sprint than I look. I was like, I could catch this fuck.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, then I'll be out of breath. He'll beat me up, so I'll get beat up by the gutter guy. But then it's like, how are there still doors?
You piece of
you piece of shit. He was so mad that I told him to fuck off. But it's like, how are there still door-to-door salesmen? You're like, anything I want, I'm going to Google prices and buy the, like, don't be mad at me for being mad at you. Also, like, I'm with you. You get the one ring. You see me not moving. Yeah. I'm not deaf.
Yeah.
I'm not coming to you. Fuck off. Now, the thought, at least that guy in his mind, he's trying to make a buck, right? That's fine. He's doing a business. It's not fine. It's horrible. But these people are like, just come watch us sing. They're not adding anything.
No.
What if the carolers had, like, retorts ready? So if you're like, no, I'm not into this, fuck you, pig.
No, they're like, they do it. Or they're just like the guy that's like, hey, you don't like that one? Try this one on for size.
Like, you just start breaking into your favorite.
If I opened the door and there were carolers, and then I slammed the door in their face, and they took the time to like knock on my window, I'd be like, have a nice day, you piece of shit. I know, but I'd be like, all right, you can do a full concert in my living room. Let's go.
While your kids
That's a
hurl
power
snowballs
move.
at my nuts.
That's a power move.
It was. I love that guy in hindsight, but it's funny because we have one of these neighborhood Facebook pages where all the moms that have no lives like go to argue and bitch at each other.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, some lady posted a Ring doorbell. And she's like, guys, be careful. There's someone knocking on the door. And I almost posted like, yeah, and he's got a real bad attitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. Oh man, the caroling. I don't remember. Do carolers bring you treats? Do you get to like eat snacks?
No, the song is the treat, and that's just.
Oh my god! You know what I remember about this? I think you are supposed to, by host rules, offer them hot cocoa.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so against that.
And that's even more annoying because then it's just this ruse.
I gotta have cocoa
to go and get. They don't want to pay for their own cocoa.
Oh my god!
So their ruse is, well, we'll just go fucking be beggars at doors with shit songs, and we can't. We didn't bring our pitch pipe, so we're fucking off key. You know.
Well, Santa Claus made a generation of beggars that aren't willing to get a job to pay for their own toys.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. That. Could you imagine just being like, should I go put cocoa on? They're like, yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're on the gram like, hey, we've got a caroling Karen here, right? So then everyone's like, you're like an anti-masker but an anti-caroler.
You know what'd be worse? If your doorbell rang and it was just like a bunch of TikTok kids doing the renegade dance on your door. They're like, renegade,
well, at least then I could get some
renegade,
clout.
renegade.
Bunch of
I'd be
Jackson
like,
Mahomes.
just send me a caroler now. Have a nice day, you piece of shit.
Yeah, but like maybe people that are into like The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
So they like get their camera out and they're just like dunking on them like, oh, you brought the old bitch who's flat all the time. Great. You know what I mean? Like I can't think of any reason. To me, this again, I live my life a very specific way. Don't insert your shit into my life.
Yeah.
For no good reason.
Yeah, just because you have fun singing stupid songs out of key doesn't mean I want to hear you.
Don't you have churches where people go to
read
do all
the
these
room,
hobbies?
pal.
Read the
room.
fucking porch, pal.
Yeah.
But also, it's like everyone's mom or wife or someone has that Bing Crosby CD. Like you're gonna do that better.
Yeah.
Like
that's why I just hang like Satan stuff on my door.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm really into that.
No more carolers. You know what I mean?
Or they're like, sing louder.
Yeah. Oh my god, the devil's got him. We've got to save him. Yeah.
Instead of hot cocoa, you just come out, Triple H some blood all over him.
Maybe the better thing is put like deaf guy lives here sign in your yard.
Huh? They're like, we know about Helen Keller. Your ruse isn't gonna fly this time, pal.
All right, so we're both against Christmas caroling, I think.
Yes,
pretty adamantly.
I can't even believe that's still a thing.
Yeah, I can't either. It's audacious.
Yeah,
it's unbecoming. You look like an asshole. It's a bad look.
It's making me rethink my stand your ground laws.
Yeah. Although, like when you told that story, I don't know if I'm more against carolers or fucking door-to-door salesmen because I fucking hate door-to-door. Because they do that shit like that guy. Like you answer the door and you're like, yeah. Like, oh, I was just passing through the neighborhood. They act like I was just passing through the neighborhood and I noticed that, your roof is, needs some new shingles. And I'm like, oh, you were just, okay.
My brother, who I think listens, is a door-to-door
The guy on the hoverboard, though, I mean, that's just
strong.
That guy. I want to meet him.
He was like one of those. I'm like, how is that guy not Instagram famous like that?
He's definitely trying
Fleetwood
to be.
Mac guy. Yeah, like he just had a vibe about him.
Like one day we're gonna see like a video of the hoverboard salesman,
right?
And he's
also, I'm like, I'm the first house in the neighborhood, so like he was coming in with a fuck you, like first.
Fuck that guy.
All right, what do you got? Next one is from listener Fat Hound on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one a lot. For or against Instagram thoughts. Making more money than smart people.
Big on thoughts.
Move away.
Go away.
For or against Instagram thoughts making more money than smart people.
I'm going to tell you. I'm for it.
Yeah.
And here's why. Mm-hmm. Because if those smart people were so fucking smart, then they would know to fucking shake a little tit and ass on Instagram and make some fucking easy money.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who's actually the smart person in this scenario?
So you fucking commute every day.
The Kylie Jenner, the $1 billion fucking girl?
Yeah.
Or the guy that's mad that she made $1 billion? Who's smarter?
Well, no, I mean, there's just
You
all
know what I'm
these, like,
saying?
sevens, right?
Yeah.
'Cause if you make money on your body, you're a 7. That's science, right? That's the threshold, right?
Yeah.
There's this girl I follow on Instagram. I'm not going to say her name out loud because I don't want to be associated with that. But she just looks like if, like, the trash bag at, like, a nightclub became a real girl.
Yeah.
And just walked around and just, like, so trashy. Like, I feel slimy watching it, but I do every day.
Yeah.
And she makes money and clout off of me, right? So this is my thing, right? So you wake up every day, you fucking commute, you live wherever you live. Let's just assume Fat Hound, right? Let's imagine what Fat Hound's life is, right? So he's listening to us on his commute to work.
Sure.
In his probably not $100,000 car.
I don't have a $100,000 car.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Right? We're not Insta Thots.
Yeah.
I wish we were. You pull into work, you get out, you go work with all these fucking assholes you don't like, terrible coffee, man, hope I get a break, lunchtime, well, I'll eat a Subway at lunch. You come home and you do that every day until you're old enough to die or retire.
Yeah.
And that's your life, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
These girls, like that trash girl I follow, was in Vegas, and then a week later, she's like, I'm up at a beach house in Malibu to do shooting for a week.
Yeah.
With like 4 other trash bag people.
What a shit life.
Yeah, I mean, you can just look. Like, why do you think people look? It's not just for the butts, right?
Yeah.
It's for they're living the life we wish we lived, where it's just roll out of bed. I'm assuming they have to do some squats and stuff, right? But that's good for you. That's exercise, right?
Yeah.
And then you're just This is my thing, right? If you're so smart, why can you not find a way to make money doing something cool?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Listen, if Kent Murphy had like some wild sex appeal, he doesn't. But like for sure tomorrow I'd be on fucking OnlyFans spreading my butthole.
Yeah.
And making money without hesitation.
We would make little baseball cards.
Yeah.
And it'd be like the spreader. And it would just be your like star.
If I could have like a Kent Murphy balloon knot OnlyFans, like I totally would.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I've run the numbers.
Yeah.
And we probably make less than all of these thoughts. So like,
100%.
We would sell it out.
We make way less.
Way less.
Yeah, I make yeah.
Yeah,
there's like trash girls I went to high school with that are like not attractive that probably make more money on OnlyFans than I do.
It's the weird. I feel like this is a thing where it's like someone's channeling their dad or someone from a lost generation.
Yep.
Because I feel like this is going away, right? Like, I guess these thoughts are essentially sex workers, right? Like they're making their JO money.
Yeah, they're classified technically as sex.
Yeah, they're not like maybe blowing or
they're
whatever.
selling sex. Yeah.
If
it's not high art.
You would be an idiot.
It's not a Scooby-Doo painting. It's not. It's not high art.
Stupid ass art. Scooby. Fucking chodes. But but this is what I mean. So these girls would be stupid to not do this. Like, what's so you'd rather those girls are what? Your waitress?
Yeah.
They're working at State Farm as part of the machine.
They're probably going to be. It's
whatever.
Either that or like a paralegal or.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Or because I read this thing, this teacher got fired because it came out that she had an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And you're like, was that affecting her job? No, it's just like, it's unseemly.
Yeah.
And she was probably like, oh no, how am I going to walk away from $35,000 a year to, I mean, some of those girls can make way more than that in a month.
Yeah. I look at it like this. So like the smart guys and gals,
mm-hmm.
like the really smart ones, they go and they studying for 8 years and they become lawyers and like they go to NASA, right? The rest of us that don't have the fucking fortitude to do that, you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like I've worked office jobs and shit. It sucked.
Well, also there's a condescending tone in Fat Hound's questions, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Because I'm also very,
I'm into it.
I'm very judgmental and cynical.
Yep.
But let me put it this way. If you're working a job and you're probably making less than 6 figures a year, you probably are working a job that doesn't require an inordinate amount of intelligence.
Start showing some ass. Yeah.
Let's be fine.
Yeah.
Everyone who has like an office job, anyone can do those jobs. We can all learn that job.
Yeah.
Right? So you are not making a ton of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions, because you don't have a skill or value that makes you worth that much, right? Like, it'd be like saying, LeBron, you're this giant freak of nature. Don't play basketball. You shouldn't make more money than... Of course he should. Why not? That's his gift.
100%.
If you can just do squats and have great body and you have a smile and a magnetic personality, and people will pay you for. I don't like the idea that somehow they're dumb for doing that, because I think they might also be dumb.
Yeah,
right?
they're probably dumb people, but they're not dumb for making money.
They're not dumb in
that
this
way.
regard. Yeah, they could be dumb. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bunch of
they
flat
might be
earthers.
smart. Yeah,
flat earthers with mad curves.
Flat like the earth.
Yeah, guys, you gotta get over this. This is the new reality. If you can make money doing something, do that.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Yeah, because like that guy or girl or whoever it is that's like showing their butthole and making money on OnlyFans, they're, they could get up, go to a shit job all day, or spend 20 minutes in the bathroom like spreading their butt cheeks, doing a little clicky click.
Yeah.
And then look at that.
That's it.
Look at that, $800 right there.
Yeah. Once you've learned how to twerk, you can just do that for 3 minutes, and that's like a week's worth of content.
What do you do for a living? I snap pictures of my butthole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, that's gross. Well, yeah, I made like $800,000 last year. So
imagine meeting someone at a party, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, I work at Geico.
Yeah.
I would be like, eyes rolling back. Oh, sweet. Let's talk about it. Or she's like, I take spreaders in Malibu.
Well,
excuse.
Let's I gotta tell you, that was like the worst part about like when I bartended full time. Was like the people, they'd work at Geico, but they come in and they're like, oh, like works, and they're like, Sally was fucking mad in accounting, and like, I'm like, that just sounds, I don't care.
Yeah.
That sounds awful. And guess who never fucking complained to me like that? People that snap pictures of their butthole for work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're cheery because everything's
they're like,
making.
They're like, yeah, I had a great day. Like I got up, took 2 pictures of my butthole, went to the fucking park with my dog, went swimming for a while. Like, it's been a great day.
I got a PSL for a picture later. It was great. I'm jealous. I mean, let's be real. No, before
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, before I left my job to do this full time, I know you were worried. You're like, Griffey's going to kill everyone in his office.
Oh, yeah, I was rooting for it.
Because this lady would just come in and be like, my teenage daughter, you'll never guess what she did today.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it involves anything but jumping off a bridge, I don't want to hear about it.
But,
that's mean. Suicide's not a joke.
Yeah, and I'm not. No, it's not. I lost my train of thought. But no, I'm not against like a day job. I've worked day jobs.
Yeah.
And I actually know people that are genuinely fucking happy in their day job. It's definitely a possibility. But it's like the people that are like mad about their day jobs, I feel like are the same people that are mad that people take pictures of their butthole and make money.
And that athletes make money, that rock stars make money.
Right.
That's the kind of person.
And the point I'm saying is that's not the butthole picture person. That's a you problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're mad.
You have not
you're not mad at the person selling butthole pics. You're mad at yourself for something.
Yeah. And I know and
you're projecting that. Welcome to the
nurses. What about teachers?
To my,
okay.
Yeah. Welcome to my therapy session here, but yeah.
Yeah, my wife's a nurse. She makes a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Teachers, hey man, I've seen this virtual learning. They're saints. They have patience, but I could teach 3rd grade today.
No, I don't think you could.
Sure. Sit the fuck down.
You are not smart enough to
Sit
teach.
the fuck down. I'm smart enough to teach at 3rd grade.
No, you're not.
I know how to spell the colors.
No, you're not.
I know how to count, and I can read stories.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Hey, sit down, little cunts. We're going to learn about Animal Farm.
Turd doesn't fall flat.
And then just walk up. One of them mouths off. You give him a quick... You're like, see that? That's a Muay Thai knee. That's at your face level. Yeah, I could teach 3rd grade today.
I love you. You would fail miserably as a teacher.
Do you know?
You'd be awful
at Ball State. I stopped doing film for 1 year because I did the teaching.
Yeah.
For like a year, I was like, I'm going to be a teacher.
Thank God you gave that up.
It was pretty
Thank God
clear.
you let go of that dream, man.
Yeah, it was one of these things is not like the others in every class, and I'm like, there seems to be a theme here. Like, it's me.
Dude, you would be kindergarten cop. Like, you would be like just
if only
just a fish out of water every day for your whole career. You know, just sitting on those little chairs with the kids,
just reading conspiracy theory and occultist books.
Oh, you'd be awful. I'm for you trying to teach.
If anyone could get me into a school for a month, I think I'd actually. I had this. I think it'd be like the Dead Poets Society. Yeah. Hopefully with less kids.
Yeah.
Dying at the end, but I think maybe they'd be like on their clapping, right? Like maybe a School of Rock where they're
less
like,
of
this
the
guy
kids
brought
dying,
us the real shit. Like School of Rock's a better one.
Yeah.
I think that could be me.
All right, so we're both against or for Thots making money on butthole pics.
Make that money, girl.
For it.
Make that money, girl.
All right. So the next one comes from Life on Beth Row. Clever name there. Some of you might know who Beth is. Leanne. Sorry, I just out. I don't know if she might have already been out. I don't know.
It's fine.
I don't know. It's fine.
It's fine.
But her question is, and I love this one because it's just real simple: for or against cover songs?
For.
Yeah.
Way for.
I know why you're for, and I'll tell you why you're for them.
Are we gonna start this up already?
I know why you're for them.
Why?
Because if only,
Mm-hmm.
if only Rush would have just stuck to cover songs, they could have been good. Because they couldn't write their own songs.
How dare
and
you?
So you have this.
You know why
you
there are
have
no
this-
Rush cover songs? There aren't enough talented musicians.
No, because nobody wants to play those stupid songs.
that is a lie.
Nobody wants to get
That
into
is
a
a
mic.
lie.
Because
How
nobody
dare
wants
you?
to get onto a microphone and go, "Today's Tom Sawyer." It's not good.
No, I mean,
Ba-dum-ba-ba.
it's one of the arguments that I used to make until I realized it was
Yeah.
wrong. Is that the original song's always better? It's just not.
It is.
It's just.
I'm
not.
against cover
So
songs.
when
I'm
Dolly
just saying it
Parton
now.
strangled that fucking "I Will Always Love You" song out,
Yeah.
it's
She wrote it.
So what?
Yeah.
It's 1,000 times worse.
There are
Whitney
examples
Houston.
where sometimes the cover is
Yeah.
better, but by and large, the
the
cover.
9 Inch Nails song, right?
Yeah.
The Johnny Cash did, right? Hurt. Johnny Cash's is way better.
No, it's not.
It works perfectly. Trent Reznor even said it was better.
I
He loved it.
hurt myself today. It's just
Really?
it's like a dying 80-year-old
For those
man.
of us
that-
who live in Bob Dylan houses, let's not be throwing stones about bad singing.
I love Johnny Cash, but
Yeah, you should.
like that's not a good
no,
one.
so how can you be against a cover song?
Here's what I'm against.
Okay.
Nothing irks me more than when people put their own twist on a cover song. They're like,
Why?
We took this song and, well, you know that song that sold 90 million copies? We're going to do it this way now.
So what?
You know why? Because we
So
don't have
what?
the talent to write our own hit song, so we're going to do it this way. Oh, man, it
That's like
irritates
saying you
the
think
shit out of me,
Matt
man.
Damon is a bad actor because he doesn't write his own dialogue. That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
I mean, one of my favorite songs is a cover song.
Yeah.
But
a lot of people's
Again,
favorite
there's-
songs are cover songs they
Yeah.
don't even know because that version
Yeah.
is better
Yeah.
than the original.
And you know what one of my favorite songs is? And I'm going to get ripped for this probably, but it's Valerie by Amy Winehouse. Why don't you come on over there? Yeah.
Right.
But that's a cover song.
I can't remember who did the original.
Some band called the Zootons.
Well, that's why I can't
Yeah.
remember it. The
And
Zootons.
nobody knows who they are. I didn't know who they were. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a thing in the heavy metal culture, I love when people do heavy metal versions of famous songs.
I
I
hate
think
that.
that's great.
I hate it.
Why?
Can't
What is
stand
wrong
it.
with you?
I think it's stupid.
Like they did Aladdin
Yeah.
in the Market, but as a heavy metal song, I was like, this is great.
Street rat.
Yeah, exactly.
Riff, riff, riff.
They're just going for
Oh,
it.
don't buy that.
I love that shit. Why not? This is my thing because I think it's one of those. Again, it's another thing that like I used to feel one way, but you're like the tides have shifted and they're against me, right? So you hear this debate all the time with movies, right? Where it's like, don't remake.
Yeah,
movies.
that's the same thing.
They're going to remake.
Create something new.
They're going to remake every movie.
Yeah.
You have to stop
Yeah.
thinking you live in this world
It's
of like
depressing,
pristine
though.
thing. It's not though.
It is.
Like there were a lot of movies that could do
Did
with
you
a
see
remake.
the Ghostbusters remake?
I thought it was fine.
Did you see the
Was it
Ocean's
as
11
good?
remake?
Ocean's
The remake
8?
of the remake?
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
what, the Ocean's 11 remake
Yeah.
is 100 times better than the original. With the one with Clooney's better.
Yeah,
than the
but
one
then
with
the other one they did's fucking awful.
I didn't think they
The
were that bad.
Ghostbusters was the Point Break remake might have been the worst thing I've ever seen.
Sure, the Total Recall remake
Ever.
is the one I think
It's
of.
awful.
It makes me the saddest.
Awful.
But
Yeah.
but that's what I mean. But there are good remakes too. There
Yeah.
are good like when they remade.
Name one.
What do you mean? Just name a good remake
Yeah.
out of all of them.
Yeah.
I like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Is it as good as the original?
I don't know.
No, absolutely not.
No.
I like the new
So
Halloween
then why do it?
movies. I like Rob Zombie's Halloween. I like the Halloween from
Yeah, but Rob
2018.
Zombie's Halloween wasn't necessarily a remake.
It was 100% a remake.
The first one, no.
The
He
first
did when he
one-
did like the backstory.
Well, he added a segment,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the exact same
He
thing.
reimagined it.
Just with like a really bad family.
yeah, but that was a
says
cool one.
horrible
Yeah,
things
I'll
to
give
each
you
other.
that one. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that
The
one.
Fly.
That's
The Fly's a million times
Not-
better
well,
than
it's
the.
not
I like
a-
the original. Help me.
It's
help
still
me.
not good though.
It's way. The Fly is on awesome.
I don't think either one of
The
those
Thing
are
with
good.
Kurt Russell. That's a remake.
Anything
way better than the
Anything
original.
with Kurt Russell's great.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But this is. I hate the argument. I think what you're getting at, and maybe what Beth is implying, is that there are bands, like there's this band I heard, God, I saw a video for it, because when I first moved back to Indiana, we have these radio stations where I was like, oh, fuck, like they're still playing the exact same songs as when I left. I'm like, I heard POD playing on the radio, and I was like, what the fuck decade am I in? Like,
POD.
They're still jamming POD, P.O.D.
Yeah, I remember them. It
was wild. They had a couple bangers, right, back in high school. But
they probably weren't covers, though, were they?
I don't know, actually. But
I don't know.
Anyways, this is what I'm saying, though. Like, there are bands, but there's this band, it's called, like, Wolf at the Door, or Wolf Food, or something, right?
Wolf Food.
Yeah, and they did a cover of Cranberries, right? Zombie.
Oh, you can't cover
Zombie.
That's
and it's
awful.
like new metal trash.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so bad.
Well, yeah.
It's so bad. But then, like, it's not even just new metal, because, like, when David Draymond from Disturbed sang Sound of Silence, I thought that was a cool cover.
It's not, though. That cover's awful.
It's a good cover.
No, because, like, that
It's
whole
a good
song,
cover.
it's like the Sound of Silence, and all they do is, it's like, that's not good. It's not good. Like, and like,
Let's be fair, the original song
one of my
isn't
least
that good.
favorite. Yeah, it's a great song, the original.
It's an alright song.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hey, stop being a puss.
one of my least
Stop being a
favorite
puss, sack
one of
up.
my least favorite bands ever did probably the worst cover of all time, and that was Metallica when they covered that fucking Bob Seger song.
Whiskey in a Jarro.
No, fucking the Bob Seger song.
Turn the page.
Turn the page. And it was just fucking Hetfield just doing his awful fucking singing anyway. He's like, turn the page.
I hate to tell you, he's a better singer than Bob Seger.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Bob Seger.
Not even close. I'm not a big Bob Seger fan.
No, he's gas station
but
music.
He is.
Sad
He is.
people that are like, I'll either buy a Twinkie or
strung out from the road.
Yeah. And I like Bob Seger.
Yeah.
And this thing,
the Silver Bullet Band, man.
I like most music, right? Like I'm a
I
professed
don't.
Jimmy Buffett lover.
Oh my god.
I like Van Halen. I
You
like all kinds
Jimmy
of things.
Buffett?
I like Jabuff.
Oh my god.
I like Jabuff. Sometimes I want to slip on a pop top and just hit the
Cheeseburger in paradise.
Yes, I know the South Park joke. He has some other. I like his tropical island vibe sometimes while I'm having a drink.
If you like pina coladas.
That's not him.
I know.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm not a music
It's pretty much a
snob.
Jimmy Buffett song, though.
I mean, to be fair, yes. I'm not a Jimmy Buffett, or I'm just not a music snob in general. But I think these people that always are like, it was better the first time. That is almost exclusively wrong in every genre.
I disagree.
In almost every category.
Yeah.
That's wrong. Like, it's a story I hear my buddies say all the time, where they're like, oh, the sweet, passionate lovemaking of that one night stand. If only I could have made it work. And I'm like, yeah, you would have been less drunk and less cool. You've been thinking it. The sex would have been worse.
Yeah, but like that, okay.
Fun.
But
the sex on the 1,000th time with a partner is better than the first night.
One of the most prolific covers of all time, and most people don't even know it's a fucking cover.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much Jimi Hendrix's whole career is all along the Watchtower.
Yeah, it's
that's
way
a Bob
better
Dylan
than the
song.
original.
But like when you say Jimi Hendrix, that's the only song people know. Like,
well, dumb people.
Like, no, I'm saying like in the mass.
Okay, so here we go. These
the
are
masses.
the best cover songs, right?
Oh,
according
God.
to Google.
Oh God.
Hurt. Hallelujah, right? When Jeff Buckley did
Yeah,
Leonard
Buckley.
Cohen's.
Yeah, he killed Leonard Cohen's. Yeah, he killed that one.
It's really good, right?
Yeah.
Tainted Love. Tainted Love.
That's a cover.
I guess, yeah.
Somebody else wrote
I
that
Will
song.
Always Love You, which should be, that's the biggest disparity to me between Whitney Houston's talent compared to Dolly Parton's is like.
Well, Dolly Parton was
night and
super
day.
talented. She just like,
she was good as a
her
songwriter.
version of that song was better than Dolly's. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it's the same. Like your aunt showing up and Christmas caroling in your yard is
okay, but
kind
who
of
has
like a Dolly Parton.
who had better tits, Whitney or Dolly? It's Dolly.
I mean,
I'll give you a hint.
Are they?
It's Dolly.
Are they reals?
No, but so.
Are we doing that?
You
can touch them. They're
are
real
you
or-
a tit snob?
I am a tit snob.
Oh,
if we're being, I have very specific like areola ratios. I don't want the braille. I got things.
All
that worry me.
right.
I think I put more thought into like boobs than
the
cover
braille.
songs. Yeah, all along the Watchtower. Nothing compares to you.
Yeah, that's a Prince wrote that song.
Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead
yep.
O'Connor.
Me and Bobby McGee.
Yeah, Chris Christopherson wrote that song.
Yeah. She's way better. Janice is better.
Janis Joplin.
Twist and Shout.
Yeah.
Walk This Way.
Yeah.
Take me to the real.
Wait, that Walk This Way wasn't a cover. Like Aerosmith did that song.
I mean, I agree.
And then them and Run DMC.
Run DMC technically it could
they
be
just
counted
remixed
as a
it.
sample.
And they wrote new words and shit.
What about that? Hip hop does that all the time.
Yeah.
Where they take a song. Like the weirdest concert experience of my life was Super High, seeing an old On the Doorstep of Heart Attack Meatloaf. And he took breaks from singing to go sit where we could still see him. I don't think he knew he was lit. He would sit and drink a water, and they would just have Lil Jon rapping on a projector.
What?
In the middle of Meatloaf
Meatloaf
songs.
and Lil Jon?
Yeah, and it like, because when the projector
what
came
a
down,
show!
Lil Jon goes, yeah! And I was so high.
Meatloaf, motherfuckers!
Yeah. Me and my friend Carmine got lost in the subway. We're trying to find the venue. And I walked in, I was like, what have we done? Like, we're at the wrong place. I was so scared. The guy...
That's a show for the ages.
Yeah, the guy who fought The Rock in Walking Tall sat at our table because he thought we were funny, and he had a girlfriend who was probably 6'8", who stormed the stage because she wanted a hug from Meatloaf, tossed 4 security guards off the stage before they were able to bring her down, and the loaf never stopped singing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was a wild show, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
There are covers that are better. So this is the thing. It's just math to me, right?
Yeah.
When someone makes a cover, you don't lose the original, so you're getting more awesome stuff.
But I'm taking the high road on this because I'm saying
You're a snob.
that's cool, man, if you want to do a cover. Or you could fucking take the time and create something new of your own. Stop being a lazy fuck and just learning everybody else's songs. You know what I'm saying? And that's what bugs me because, like...
Respect by Aretha Franklin as a cover.
Yeah, I knew that, but I don't know who did the original. But here's the thing. Here's my logic on it, right? So I'm a comedian by definition, I guess.
Sure.
I can't go on stage and fucking...
That's not true.
And do cover jokes.
Carlos Mencia made a massive career out of it.
Yeah, but then he got canceled for it. But I can't
He added his own flavor.
I have to write all new shit every time I do something.
Carlos Mencia got canceled back to his fucking mansions and millions.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's still touring.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing covers. Like, he wasn't like I can't go on stage and be like,
Andy Schumer does cover
jokes. Hey, guys, here's
fun.
A couple of my jokes, and I hope you like those. I'm going to do a Dane Cook for you here. You guys ready?
Well, you don't say it out loud.
Here's my take on the Dane Cook, and then I do it my own way. And then people are like, ooh, I really like Dane Cook's joke, but I really like the way Nick Hall does Dane Cook's joke better. You know what I mean? Like,
let's be
to
fair,
me, that's
though.
asinine.
Let's be fair.
And by the way, I would not cover Dane Cook if I were doing
you
cover
liar.
jokes.
You're such in the genre of Dane Cook. You're like the meat and potatoes Dane Cook.
Oh, man. No, I'm not.
Just saying,
Don't say that.
I think that could be you.
Yeah.
You don't have that frat energy. You have like real life stuff. Anywho, I'm saying most comedians have their influences and they are stealing some of their stuff stylistically and then they form their own voice.
Sure.
Like, that happens all the time.
But you can't just walk on stage and do cover jokes.
You can.
Yeah.
You absolutely can.
All right, for my next joke, I'm going to do a little Richard Pryor for you guys. Hope you like it.
I'm going to talk about the 7 words you can't say on radio.
Hope you like
it's
it.
2020.
I'm going to do a little George Carlin for you. Hope you like it. Hope you like it.
You're learning the craft.
Yeah.
You're learning the time,
Yeah.
right? Like, that's the thing. Bands don't put these out and not have any other songs on the album.
But most of their other songs suck dicks. That's why they do.
Maybe.
That's why they did the cover, because they can't write anything good.
This is
because
the
they
same.
can't write anything good on their own.
See, I caught you in a lawyer loophole, though.
What's that?
This is the same as the Instagram thoughts, right? Maybe these bands have a marketable talent. They are good on stage. They click with the audience. They have some sex appeal, something like that.
Yeah, but if I want to watch a cover band, man, I'll just go to the fucking bar and watch fucking Jimmy Dicklick from Greenwood play 9 songs.
I love Jimmy Dicklick as much as the next. Like, what a shredder!
Yeah.
But no cover band who's at a local bar is as good as these other bands that are covering songs.
No, they sure think they are, though.
They do. No, like there's this.
I'll just go to karaoke night if I want to hear other people sing shitty renditions of original songs.
I won't call them out.
I'll just go to
they have
karaoke.
a huge following, but there's a huge cover band in Indiana
I know
that
who
makes
you're
a
talking about.
lot of money.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
and they think they're so cool.
Yeah.
When all they do is covers and their gimmick is just not that original. They're actually really good, though.
Yeah,
they're really good, but still.
I know who you're talking about.
But that's what, like, I'm fine. Like, when you go to a bar and you hear a band playing covers, you're not mad about that. Why are we mad about cover songs? What if, by taking a song...
Well, on that hand, though, I don't want to...
other genres...
That's the thing. I don't want to go to a bar and hear Tommy Dicklick play me his originals, though. Like that's where I want to hear covers because I don't want to hear.
See, so you are pro
yeah, but I don't
cover.
want to hear Tommy Dicklick from Greenwood go be like, "This is one I wrote about my ex-girlfriend the other day."
I saw
It's
this
fucking.
at the VP
It's just
the
like an
other
awful
night.
song, man. Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah.
Cheryl's in rehab again. Here
Yeah.
we go. Nope. Tommy Dicklick.
Hey man, here's a link
Panama.
here's a link to my SoundCloud. I home recorded a bunch of shit.
I
Like,
still
yeah.
have MySpace. No, I don't see any
right.
argument against cover songs.
Yeah, I do because I'm right.
Add on to it's
So
the same
I'm
way-
against them. You're for them. We got to move on. What's the next one? What are we doing?
I'm just saying when I make a sandwich, I don't invent bread. That's all I'm saying. I just hammer you with that final Atticus Finch.
Oh, it's a nice sandwich there. It's pretty derivative, but a nice sandwich.
It's pretty derivative. I put my own spin on it. The mayo's on the bottom. All right, so I'm going to do an audible. I was also going to do one from Life on Beth Rowe because she had so many good ones. But this one from King Schultz is too good.
Oh, okay.
King Schultz, who has a love-hate relationship with us, but I love this comment.
We only did one poop reference so far,
That's
King.
right.
Yeah.
We'll get there. For against running into your old high school girlfriend and rubbing your success in her face.
I'm for it.
Yeah, I'm so
Okay, it's a two-parter because I'm against running into my old high school girlfriend.
right.
Actually, not. I'm actually really good friends with my high school girlfriend, but like some other girlfriends from my past,
Yeah.
I'm against running into them.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to run into them, I'm for rubbing any success that I had, even if it's just like a minor victory that I had that
Yeah.
week. You know what I mean?
You just like throw your Kent Murphy hat on real quick. Oh, I got some clout. No
I don't know
big
if you
deal.
know, but I got like a YouTube channel and shit.
Aaron Rodgers knows my
Oh,
name.
what are you doing? Oh, making more money at a day job? Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Oh, you're an Instagram spreader? Good
Oh
for you.
shit,
Yeah.
you're a thought. Yeah, I'm way for it. I'm a golden for
This
that.
is a weird one too because the running into is strange, but I think we'd all be lying if we said we don't have like the Facebook, Instagram stalking days.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of this, but I have at least 2 ex-girlfriends and some of their friends that I have deep loathing for.
Sure.
More the friends than anything, but like
Same.
I still, because normally the girlfriend, you're like, there was something good there, and I normally blame myself it didn't work.
Yeah.
Because that's just obvious. But they're friends, right? The friends are always weaseling in, and they were young relationships, so they're worse. But I love checking in on them.
100%.
And like one of the girls is essentially just dating like the Aldi's version of me. And it is strange. And that makes me really happy, man.
Yeah.
And I like seeing that, like, my kids are better looking than their kids, right? I like seeing that,
I gotta tell
not
you,
me as much, but, like, my wife's staying in shape really well.
Yeah.
And, like, she's healthy.
you're killing it, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not personally, but I have things that I could weaponize against them if we're doing a tit for tat.
The world you've built around yourself is killing it.
I am the fly in the pen's hair, for sure.
Well, like I gotta tell you, like there's something that like one of the most amazing feelings I ever get is like that day, right, where you're like, you go and get like a fresh haircut,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I don't know about that, but
Well, I'm just saying from like my own experience and like, you know what I mean. Like you just get all cleaned and you're just like looking good that day. You know what I mean. And then you're like you're going out with your buddies at the bar, and like I'll be like, man, I hope I fucking run into to that old so and so to that old ne'er do well.
that
you
old
know?
axe wound.
Yeah. I kind of hope she needs to see this fucking
You
prize.
you make sure
That
your collar's crisp.
Oh, I'm
and you're
telling
like,
you, man.
No,
There's something that I love about that I just fucking
Yeah.
love that feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they come and like, hey, you look good. And I'm like, yeah, I fucking know, girl.
I know.
I know.
Hey, guess what? Mirrors were invented hundreds of years ago. I know what I'm bringing to the
Yeah, I
party.
know.
Yeah.
Lady.
How's Blaine? Right?
How's Blaine doing?
That is I want to know the extent, right? Like how far would you go to have that moment? Because for me, the prime opportunity.
I've had one time where I fucking did. I had that day where I had like the haircut. I was fucking feeling good. And I got to the bar, and she was there in like fucking sweatpants, like no makeup, just looking like hell. And I gotta tell you, man, like I went out of my way because I don't even think she saw me, but I went out of my way to be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she was like, "Fuck." You could see it in her face. She was just like, "Fuck."
She's like a character in a Jason Bateman movie now. She's like, great.
Yeah, that was deeply satisfying for me. Deeply.
Oh man, see
Yeah,
that would have been the night I'm like shots.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm making out with anyone. Well, I'm like with the except you have to have like normal pants and a haircut, right? Like you can't look as trash as her. Like, you gotta look like you put yourself together.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, yeah, because
I'm golden foring this.
Because I got in trouble once. Like there was a relationship that was going really well, and like I thought it was gonna be a thing, but like her friends hated me.
Yeah.
Right? Her friends despise me.
You're easily hateable by the outsider. By the outsider. I am too though. That
Yes.
I'm not that's not a knock. I am too.
I don't have an enormous filter for tomfoolery and nonsense and pretending.
Sure.
Right? Like when I meet people, it's like we don't have a bond yet. We can just exist, and then if we're cool, we're cool.
Yeah.
I don't go out of my way to be like, meh, meh. And it's like, it was so weird. But this girl used to like, she was the one who would like text me and be like, come over for a nap. And I thought it was banging time. And it was like, oh, we're legitimately just napping.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck.
wow, Jesus Christ.
Lamb.
And, yeah, just weird shit. But like, there was some cool things I liked about it, some dangerous, exotic things.
Sure.
But her friends hated me. And it was one of those things where they had a group of guy friends that had glommed on.
Nah.
None of them had been able to seal the deal. So now that I'm coming in and doing that, there's this like group of guys that are just at the keg, not talking to women, but staring at me like they want to fight.
Yeah.
It was horrible, right?
That's awful.
Yeah, so one day my friend DBG was going to the Navy and he did the like Hanukkah going away. He's like, I'm going away in 3 months. You got to come out tonight. So like I partied with him like 50 times for his going away. Well, one night I told her, I was like, I can't hang out. I'm not feeling it. And he's came into my room and he's like, we gotta go, Dill Street. And I was like, fuck. So I'm looking like your ex, dude. I'm like hoodie, sweatpants, just sitting there pounding a pitcher. I didn't even use a cup. I was just like, fuck this. And I look over and there she was dancing with her friend. And her friend was the one pointing at me. And I was like, you bitch. And I still spy on her all the time. And her life is going not well. Like she's not even faking it on Facebook. And that makes me happy.
Hell
I love it. But she came over, like I did the like, oh, so I like sauntered up to her, right? I had to come to her. I forgot about that. And I just said like, hey, what's up? And she turned her back on me. I just went, fuck me. And I walked away. We never texted again. Never called. There was no breakup. That was it. I just fucking shut it down.
Hell yeah.
And to this day, I do still spy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like we're on equal footing. So I'm always like, I should do better. So I can make sure that she knows.
You're staying above,
like
keeping your head above that water. Yeah.
She's even all the others. I feel like I've got a pretty solid lead on.
Yeah.
But yeah, what would be the pettiest thing? How far would you go to do one?
To do one?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done it. Sure, man. Like, one time, not that long ago.
Yesterday.
It was couple years, I guess. So it was 3, 4, 2, 3. I don't know, whatever it was. But it was when I was bartending full time or whatever, and the girl that I worked with, one of her friends would like come to the bar a bunch, and so like we all kind of like became friends, right? No, we all just like became friends, and I had just gone through like a shit ass breakup, and so one night, the girl that I worked with, like her friend, she was like, hey, let's go out tonight or whatever. Like, I'm not doing anything. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And we were just like friends. Like we weren't anything or whatever. And so I was like, I knew where my ex was going to be. And so I was like, and this girl was like smoking hot. So I was like, I recommended like strongly. I was like, let's go here. And she's like, okay, I've never been. I was like, yeah, you're going to love it.
It's awesome.
And so like all night, like I just made sure that her and I were standing within eye shot of my ex so she could see and just keep wondering. And I actually ended up dating this girl later on that I was with or whatever. But like at that time, we were not like that wasn't the point of the night. We were just we were hanging out and then our other friends were going to meet us or whatever. But yeah, like I went out of my way to be like, "Oh, let's go. Let's stand a little bit over here, you know." I don't think she can see us from here.
Yeah.
She had no idea what was going on. Like no fucking clue.
No
but
clue.
I was with like a smoking hot girl and I just wanted the ex to see that.
Yeah, I admire
and I to this day don't feel bad about it.
No, zero. Yeah. Like I admire the people that are like hardcore, like I'm just gonna start having sex with your inner circle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Man.
To like blow it up.
Oh man.
I mean that alone, it tells me like you have either a naivete
yeah.
or like a such a proud belief in your cocksmanship.
Yeah.
They're like, I immediately admire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I've had that thought too, because like the one lady's married to like an Aldi's version of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what if I could like seduce her husband? Like, we have mutual, and then I get him, and at the last second, I'm like, no. And but I filmed it all on like a nanny cam. And I'm like, your husband wants to fuck me more too. Fuck you.
Blackmail him.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to send it to his wife. Like, there's no blackmail. Your wife knows now.
By the way, this didn't happen, so don't spread this around.
No, like, I'm spreading it everywhere. Like a thought on Instagram, I'm spreading it, and I'm sending it to... But that's the lowest thought I've had, is I was like, I wonder if I could seduce my ex's husband. And I don't know if I have the tools anymore, but I was like, maybe.
I don't know, man.
Just maybe.
I don't know. I'd love to watch you try that, though.
So,
that's a really weird fucking way to do it.
And then me being a teacher, if we rolled those two missions into one, that's an 80s movie. Right?
Yeah.
I just have to kill someone.
Well, first we have to make a bet on dating a girl. That'll start the movie off. That's a good way to start like an 80s or 90s movie. You have to make a bet, and then she finds out that you made a bet to date her, and then you're like, well, no, it's not about the bet anymore. I don't care about the money.
Yeah.
You know?
I was on a joke.
I really love you.
And then it's all just like cover songs, the whole movie.
Oh, man.
Right? Oh, yeah.
And then they like, and all the TV screens in the movie are all playing the Ghostbusters remake. And I'm just like, it's like my nightmare movie.
Paul Feig's just like, you can have the rights. Seriously, you like Bob Dylan?
That's not a good version
singing.
of that song.
I
know it's an unpopular opinion, but it's not. He couldn't sing anymore. He
had one last gasp.
It's not a good version of that song.
One last artistic gasp.
Not a good
gave
version
the
of that
whole
song
a texture and meaning it lacked before. Before it was just a rich kid on like a fucking guitar.
Trent Reznor, man.
Yeah, a rich kid on a guitar.
Yeah.
He was trained in classical piano from a young age. Way to be wealthy, Reznor.
I love guitars, man. I love
Trent
guitars.
Reznor watched. That's why that soundtrack's so good. He watched The Social Network and thought Zuckerberg was the hero.
Yeah,
because he was also a wealthy kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's way better than like a 9-year-old man gasping for air and like the words just bouncing off his jowls the whole time and not actually
the cavernous loose skin on his face gave it a haunting melody. Yeah, guess who knows?
Not a good version of that song.
A guy who's skinny and rich and has electronic instruments doesn't know Hurt.
Better
like Johnny
version.
Cash.
Better version.
No, wrong. Guys, come on. Hurt is better.
All right,
everyone knows.
We got to recap it here. We got to recap it. I don't know.
LeBron and the Lakers winning.
Yeah, against.
Let's see. Christmas caroling.
Christmas caroling against. What was your first
Instagram
one?
thoughts making more money than smart people. Air quotes. For it.
Cover songs.
For it.
Against. So I'm up 1-0 now.
And then rubbing your success in your ex-girlfriend's face.
Golden 4.
For it.
Golden 4.
You gotta be for it.
Yep.
A lot of agreements again this week.
Yeah. But I won because I had the one that I was right where you were wrong.
Wrong. That's not true.
Well, you know what? Why don't you just like rewrite my jokes and do a cover of them? You know what I mean?
It'd be better.
Hey, we'll see you guys next week on the pod. Bye.